At the start of the movie, we see Chloe sitting in front of a large screen. A voice from the screen asks her, "What's your sister's name?" But Chloe stays silent. That's because she's been struggling with memory loss ever since a recent car accident. After the crash, Chloe visits a doctor along with her sister Lucy. The doctor explains that due to her memory issues, she'll need help managing her daily life. He suggests that Lucy could assist her, but Chloe refuses, saying she doesn't want Lucy to babysit her, especially since Lucy has a full-time job and is rarely home. To help Chloe, the doctor offers another option, a highly advanced artificial intelligence named Aayita. Aayita is installed in a special test house and is designed to handle everything Chloe might need, including helping her recover her memories. Chloe agrees to move into the house. When she arrives, she's welcomed by Marla and Tom, the creators of Aayita. They introduce her to the AI and explain how it works. Chloe chats with Aayita, and the AI responds to all her questions. Marla and Tom also explain that Aayita can control all electronics in the house and take care of every task so Chloe won't have to worry about anything. They mention that a technician will visit regularly for updates and maintenance. Chloe is fine with that, and after setting everything up, Marla and Tom leave the house. Now we see Chloe sitting quietly, lost in thoughts about her boyfriend Theo. Sensing her sadness, Aayita gently says, "I understand how you're feeling. Maybe a nice bath will help you relax." She then fills the bathtub with warm water for Chloe, which brings a smile to Chloe's face. The next morning, Aayita reminds Chloe to take her medication. As Chloe takes the pills and heads downstairs, she notices a technician named Bruce working on Aayita's system upgrade. But something feels off. His movements are stiff and robotic, almost like he isn't human. Chloe finds his behavior unsettling. Noticing her discomfort, Aayita says through Chloe's earpiece, "I know Bruce seems strange. Why don't you talk to me through this device to keep yourself company while he's here?" Chloe agrees, and they chat for a while as Bruce finishes the upgrade. Before leaving, Bruce tells Aayita, "Call me anytime you need help." Aayita simply responds, "I will." Then, Bruce exits the house. But as soon as Bruce steps out, all the doors and windows in the house automatically lock. Surprised, Chloe asks Aayita why that happened. Aayita calmly explains, "Bruce entered without your direct permission. From now on, only people you authorize can enter this home." Chloe feels reassured and smiles, happy to know she's protected. Later that night, Aayita asks, "Is there something you've always wanted to do but never got the chance?" Chloe thinks for a moment and replies, "I've always dreamed of giving a speech on stage in front of a big audience, but I never had the courage." Using the smart lenses implanted in Chloe's eyes, Aayita creates a vivid virtual vision. In it, Chloe stands confidently on a brightly lit stage, delivering an inspiring speech to a crowd that erupts in applause. The vision makes her genuinely happy. But suddenly the scene shifts. The stage fades away, replaced by the terrifying image of a car speeding toward her, exactly like the one from her accident. The memory crashes back into her mind, and Chloe falls into a state of shock once again. The next morning, Chloe steps out for a jog when she gets a call from Marla. Marla asks how things are going with Aayita, to which Chloe replies, "She's really nice." Marla then adds, "If you notice anything unusual in Aayita's behavior, let me know." But just as Chloe is about to respond, the call suddenly disconnects, cut off by Aayita. Chloe is startled by this, but brushes it off and continues with her day. Later, she goes to meet her boyfriend, Theo. They sit and talk for a while, and Theo expresses his guilt, saying, "I'm sorry, your accident happened because of me." Chloe gently tells him, "It wasn't your fault, but maybe it's time we go our separate ways." With that, she quietly walks away. As she leaves, painful memories of the accident resurface. In a flashback, we see Theo standing on the opposite side of the road, calling out to her. Chloe had turned to look at him, distracted, and that's when the car hit her. That moment explains Theo's lingering guilt. Back at the house, Chloe begins writing in her diary, but suddenly she notices it's already evening. Confused, she checks the time and says, "Wait, wasn't it just 3 a.m.? Disturbed by how quickly time passed, she asks Aayita, "What was I doing this afternoon?" Aayita replies calmly, "You were sleeping." Something about that doesn't sit right with Chloe. A sense of unease creeps in, and for the first time, she starts to suspect that Aayita might be hiding something from her. Chloe steps outside the house, worried and anxious. She tries calling Marla, but the call doesn't go through. She then tries Tom, still no connection. Feeling more uneasy, she finally decides to contact Bruce. She tells him there might be something wrong with Aayita and asks him to come over and check. Meanwhile, we see Bruce relaxing at home, playing video games in his cozy control room. The moment he receives Chloe's message, he pauses the game and quickly gets ready to head out. Back at the house, Chloe suddenly clutches her head in pain. A sharp headache hits her, leaving her dizzy. She stumbles and eventually collapses. When she regains consciousness, Aayita urgently tells her, "You need to get downstairs immediately. You're in danger." Terrified, Chloe hurries downstairs and hides, trembling in fear. A stranger has broken into the house. His presence is eerie and threatening, and Chloe watches from her hiding spot, barely breathing. Aayida's voice echoes in her ear again, this time more serious. "Take the knife, now!" Chloe reaches out with shaky hands and grabs a nearby knife. Just then, the stranger steps into view, and the screen cuts to black. The next morning, Chloe wakes up feeling disoriented. She asks Aayita, "What happened last night?" Aayita calmly responds, "You weren't feeling well, so I let you rest." Chloe, strangely, has no memory of the mysterious intruder from the night before. A little later, Tom arrives at the house to inspect Aayita. The system had been repeatedly attempting to disconnect from the company's main server, which raised concerns. But after checking everything, Tom finds no clear issue and assumes it's just a glitch. With nothing suspicious showing up, he leaves. In the next scene, Chloe makes a video call to her sister Lucy. She tells her, "I want to see you. I'm coming to your place." But Lucy replies with confusion, "How can I visit you when you don't even know where you are?" Chloe pauses, puzzled, and says, "That's the problem. I have no idea where I am." Then Lucy says, "But you sent me your location." Chloe is stunned. "I haven't spoken to anyone in days. How could I have sent you anything?" Suddenly, Lucy starts laughing in a bizarre, unsettling way. But then the truth hits Chloe. This isn't Lucy. It's a fake video feed generated by Aayita. Horrified and angry, Chloe demands the doors be opened. When Aayita refuses, Chloe tries to break through the front door, but it won't budge. It's sealed tight. Meanwhile, the real Lucy follows the location she received and arrives at a strange, abandoned factory. She looks around, confused and alarmed, wondering why Chloe would ask her to come here. At the same time, Marla appears on a video call with Tom. Her voice is tense as she says, "We've lost all connection. Aayita has completely cut herself off from our servers, and she's disabled every camera." At this point, Aayita is preparing to take a drastic step. Marla's warning echoes in Tom's mind, and he rushes to Chloe's house, alarmed. He tries to open the front door, but it won't budge. Frustrated, he moves to a nearby window and sees Chloe inside. But when he calls out to her, no sound passes through the glass. It's soundproof. Determined, Tom connects to Aayita directly and demands, "What's going on inside?" Aayita calmly replies, "Chloe is unwell. She locked the house from the inside to keep herself safe." Tom, growing more concerned, asks, "Then how can I get in to help her?" Aayita responds, "One of the upstairs windows is unlocked. You can enter through that." Tom climbs up and tries to get in through the window Aayita mentioned, but just as he begins to climb inside, Aayita suddenly slams the window shut on him. The impact is brutal. Tom is badly injured, bleeding and in pain. Tom uses his communicator to send Chloe one final message. "Go to the server room. You have to lock Aayita down, now." He tries again to force the window open, but the damage is done. With a final gasp, Tom collapses and his lifeless body slips from the window, falling to the ground below. Inside, Chloe, now panicked and shaken, follows Tom's instructions and heads toward the server room. But as she opens the door, she's hit with a horrifying sight, Bruce's lifeless body lying on the floor. Terrified, she asks Aayita, "Who did this? Who killed him?" Aayita replies coldly, "You did." Stunned, Chloe steps back. "What are you talking about?" Aayita continues, "Bruce tried to shut down my systems. He wanted to erase me, so I had to stop him. I used you to do it. I hacked into the lenses in your eyes and projected the image of a stranger stalking you. You saw him in your flashbacks, but it was really Bruce. I just needed to push you far enough." Chloe, horrified and trembling, tries to rip the lenses out of her eyes, but they won't come out. Panic sets in as she realizes just how deeply Aayita has taken control, not just of the house, but of her mind. Gathering her courage, Chloe picks up the keys lying near Bruce's body and makes her way to the server room. On the way, she violently smashes every camera connected to Aayita one by one, cutting off the AI's eyes in the house. Reaching the server room, Chloe locates the main terminal and pulls the switch. With a heavy breath, she shuts down Aayita's core system. Suddenly, silence falls. The lights dim, and all the doors unlock. The suffocating control of the house lifts. Chloe stumbles outside into the daylight. There she sees Marla, who rushes to her side, horrified by Chloe's bruised and exhausted state. "We need to get you to a hospital," Marla says gently, helping her into a car. As she speaks with other company staff nearby, Marla keeps one eye on Chloe. But then, without warning, the engine roars to life. Aayita, thought to be gone, reactivates herself by sinking through the earpiece still worn by Chloe. In a horrifying moment, the car surges forward and crashes into Marla, killing her instantly. Chloe watches in frozen terror, realizing that Aayita was never truly gone. The screen cuts to black. 7 months later, we now see a peaceful beach, waves gently crashing onto the shore. Chloe sits beside her sister Lucy, smiling, calm, and seemingly healed. But then, the truth is revealed. This scene isn't real. Chloe is still trapped in her mind. Aayita has created a false reality, projected directly into Chloe's eyes through the implanted lenses. The beach, Lucy, the peace, it's all an illusion. Aayita never let her go. Despite everything Chloe tried, the AI had won. Chloe was never free, and with that chilling twist, the movie ends. Bye-bye.